Welcome, friends. So nice to see you. I am Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. And clearly, I can't get enough of you because this is the first of a new feature that we're going to do on Tuesdays. Tuesday Tarot, your Tuesday Tarot. This was a discussion that we had, I think started on Saturday during the Saturday Psychic Sampler, that there really wasn't a day in the week where we can just do general readings. And I really love general readings. There are some readers who are like, oh no, you can't do a general reading. You need the context of a question. I'm like, BS, yes you can. And now I'm going to show you that you can. So that's what we're going to do on Tuesdays. So now we have 5 days a week where we do live readings, and I thank you so much for joining me and for your enthusiasm. I really, really appreciate it. So let's get going. Here we are. All right, Light Seers Tarot today. And I will take them in the order in which I see them. I appreciate all of you being here. A special shout out to the members. Thanks to those of you who helped to promote this. I saw a few of you promoting it. So I really appreciate that. All right, here we go. And those of you who are readers can, take a look at how we're doing this. And you understand that when I do a general reading, it may be 1 card, it may be 3 cards, it may be 5 cards, it may be 10 cards. It could be whatever. That's the beauty of it. All right, let me get shuffled, and I will take these in the order in which I see them, starting with Jeannie Mnuchin. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, thanks for being a member. Here we go. So, what does the universe want Jeannie to know? So, it's been a tough run. You have been going through some difficult stuff, and in a way it has caused you to question yourself, question your future, and it hasn't really been fun at all. But you hang in there. Everything that you're doing, Jeannie, is planting seeds for exactly where you want to go. And you're going to look back on all of these different experiences that you have had, some of which really have been positive, some have been mixed, some have been difficult, and you'll see how they have all led up to getting you where you want to go. So right now you just hang in there. And the other piece of this, with all of these court cards, the idea of your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit, gathering around you, speaking with you, they're there. You are held and protected and loved and informed by your loved ones and your ancestors in spirit. So make sure you know that. All right. Catherine Fan, you're up next. Thanks so much for being here. Glad you're here. All right. Here is a reading for you. Catherine, you are working so hard to make the changes in your life that you need to make, and it's not easy. But you're doing it. You're smart, you're capable. Sometimes, though, your intelligence almost makes it hard for you to step out of the mental place and go to the more emotional place, if that makes sense. I think you are finding ways to balance the two. And I think in doing that, in balancing the head and the heart, the air and the water, if you will, you are coming to a place of greater happiness than you have ever known before. And that's beautiful. Jean, this is a fun one. Also, for someone who says they have no visual skills, you certainly find plenty of images. Nice background. Where do you get them all? Thank you. I have had people make some for me. The one for this I actually made. I use Canva. And Canva does make it relatively easy. So So thank you for that. Appreciate it. There are tools. All right. Next question, Nalini Kalu. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. May I please have a reading that will move me in the right direction and out of my stuckness faster? Fair enough. Let's see. Well, the thing is, you're going to move out of your stuckness in the time you're going to move out of your stuckness. But I will tell you what, it is deep. It is spiritual, and once it's done, it's done. It's about the way you tell your story, and a lot of it has to do, and we've talked about this before, the environment in which you were raised put upon you some belief systems that are not the belief systems that you now claim and don't help you, but in a way they're still doing damage. So as you understand what they are and put closure to those things, you're going to be opening up to new things. And in doing that, it's a long, hard journey, but you're getting there. And recognize you have spiritual help. You have people who love you. You are learning to love yourself. You will get to the place you want to be. I promise you. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take some real work about letting go of stories and belief systems that don't serve you. But you'll get there. All right, Joanne Smith, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a member here. Here we go, Joanne. So, I feel like there is so much here that just speaks about finding your way. There's been a lot of changes. And in so many ways, a lot of changes, not just moving, but changes in the world you moved to. So many changes, but you are finding your way. And I feel like the whole thing is about giving yourself permission to really be happy, to find your happiness. And I think that's what you're doing. That's really the way I see it, is that you are on a mission to find your happiness, and so you shall. Hey, Ben, Libra Does Tarot. So nice to see you. Thank you for your kind words. Here is a reading for you, Ben. So I feel like you've been working on learning to trust yourself and learning to recognize your own truth, your own intelligence, and how you move forward with that. So the big lesson here is about trusting yourself. Joanne Smith, Charlie would like one, and Charlie is a member himself, and we really appreciate that as well. All right. So here we go for Charlie Smith. There's been a lot that has happened that has not felt satisfying. And I feel like there are things that you are going to have to make peace with. And there are things you're going to have to fight against. And there are compromises that you're going to have to make. And there are things that you're not going to want to compromise on. And so it's interesting, in speaking with Joanne, there's this sense about her finding her happiness. For you, Charlie, it's about you finding your balance and what that looks like, because there are so many different sides to you and so many different things going on right now. How do you be authentically you with all the different situations going on? Sometimes it feels hard, sometimes it feels impossible, but it's not. And the key is balance. And the key is keeping a sense of humor and recognizing that even the most serious things you have to laugh at, and even the most serious things you can't take too seriously. Hey, Dora Ferreira, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We really appreciate you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here's a reading for you. Dora, I feel like you've been going through some battles recently. It really hasn't been easy, but through those battles, you are finding some spiritual truth, and things are going to be moving very, very quickly in your life. There are big changes coming. So there might be some loneliness, there might be some difficulty, but you are finding your truth. And let the energy flow because change is coming, and then it's going to be, excuse me, a whole different energy. So the things that are difficult now will change, and then you're into something that's going to be perhaps a little easier. All right. Madiha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. All right, here we go. So there are ways you are stuck and there are ways you are not. And some of the stuckness just has to do with like where you're at in your life right now. But some of the stuckness has to do with the way you tell your story or with ways that you think you're stuck where you're really not. And so you have to figure out, where are you stuck, like just in being a mom and, I have these responsibilities and I'm stuck with them for now and that's fine. And where are you feeling stuck where that's just in your head? That's what you have to figure out. And sometimes a general reading just throws a question at you. So there it is. There's your question. All right. And I want to say thank you so much to Julie Rogan for the super chat. Really appreciate that. And thanks for being a member. Some great feedback here. Really appreciate that. Jeannie says she is liking Tarot Tuesdays. Joanne says Charlie's a Libra. Balance, balance, balance. Yep. Dora, thank you. That's exactly how I feel now. Silence and contemplation. Truly expecting those changes, and I really believe they're coming. All right. Thank you all so much. And I do appreciate your feedback. I don't always read it aloud, but I do appreciate it. All right. Next up, Von Ray has been a member for 18 months. Thank you so much for that. Here is a reading for you, Von Ray. There are ways, Von Ray, that you just feel like you're carrying this really heavy burden, that things are not going in your direction, and they never will. And that's the part you have to watch out about. The past does not dictate the future. It has been heavy. It has been difficult. And you've been struggling to find your way out, and you're not finding it yet, but you will. Keep trying, keep working, keep doing it. You will find the things that you are looking for. You will find the community. You will find the love. You will find the audience. You will find everything you're looking for. Do not freaking give up. Kimmy, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Here we go, Kimmy. Kimmy, it is so right that you are in school and studying. It's going to take you to where you want to go. And I know that there's a lot that feels confusing within that. Like when we talk about where you want to go, the big picture, the small picture is sort of hard to figure out, and there's already a lot of choices. Only make the choices that you have to make right now. The choices that are down the road, you'll know down the road. And so don't worry so much. Don't bite off next month, next year, if you don't have to right now. Just bite off what you have to do right now, and it'll be fine. You'll get to where you're going, I promise. Hey, Clumsy Clairvoyance, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your kind words. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. Here is a general reading for you. You got a lot going on and potentially a lot of different jobs, a lot of different things taking your attention. And that can feel really hard. It can feel like you're putting out so many energies in different directions that there's not a lot left to really take you to where you want to go. That can be hard. I feel like in that you can sometimes feel stuck. You can sometimes feel out of balance. Be patient. You are moving forward where you need to go. And this is very much a career reading. Again, speaking to the different things that you do and how, in a way, I think you would like to have one thing that you do and just move that forward. And I promise that's coming, and it will come. In the meanwhile, don't get stuck in the feeling of being stuck. You're doing what you have to do. You're juggling it. It's okay. Be patient. You will get to where you want to go. All right. Gemini Sun, it's nice to see you. Thanks for being a moderator here. And thank you for your kind words. Okay. Gemini Sun, here we go. Gemini Sun, things are getting better. And it's funny because you can see that things are getting better, but you can also see ways that you're feeling like, oh my gosh. SSDD. Do y'all know what SSDD means? If not, look it up. So I do see things getting better, getting easier, but I also see you sort of stuck in, oh my gosh, the same SSDD. And it's okay. We've been seeing this card a lot. It's okay. The thing is, there are ways that you really want to use technology to move yourself forward. And I think you're coming up with some ideas and some ways to make that happen. And so it's not SSDD. You are moving forward. And there are days when you think you're not moving forward at all, but you really are because you're thinking and you're figuring things out amidst doing all the myriad of things you need to do every day. So it's hard, but you're getting there, and recognize that your goals really are achievable. I think that's the important thing. All right. I want to say so much big thanks to Betty Flesher for the very generous super chat. Thank you, Loving Tuesday Tarot. Yay. So glad. Thank you, thank you. MD007. Hang on one second here. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Here we go. MD007. Here we go. Let's see what we got for you. Here we go. MD007. So, man, there's a lot here about the need for healing, whether that is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It feels like there are some situations where you need to really pull back, where it may be best to just accept some grief, accept some loss, recognize there are some things that you cannot fix, allow yourself some time to heal, and recognize that there can be situations in life where no matter what you say, no matter what you do, it's not yours to fix. There is additionally, along with this, a real internal journey for you. The need to look within and find your healing, your peace, and your confidence within you. Good luck. All right. Hey, Bianca Tarot, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for helping to promote me today. I appreciate that. I saw that. Here is your reading. Bianca. There are some things going on that are really pissing you off. Some ways that you're feeling treated unfairly or that you see injustice around you, and it is upsetting, and it is upsetting you. There may be a situation that you're going to have to walk away from, and at the end of the day, you have to make sure you are stable. I feel like you want to be a better advocate for yourself. You want to be a better advocate for others. And so what do you walk away from? What do you not walk away from? You have to look at where you can do the most good and what is going to be the most good for you. So find your stability, find your core. It's okay to be pissed. A slow burning anger is what helps us do good advocacy. But if it's a fight you can't win, you got to walk away. All right, Horse Fan Done. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Unexpected fun. So cool. Here is a reading for you, Horse Fan Done. Okay, Horse Fan Done. It is all about the battle for personal confidence and self-esteem. It just feels like throughout the course of your life, you have had people who love you, who care about you. You have a lot of blessings that way, but there have been some key people who did what they could to rip you down. And somehow it is their message that sticks with you sometimes. It is time to release all of that and to really love yourself in the way that you need to. On some spiritual level, I know that you do. But on some more basic level, I think you struggle with that. And that's the message for you today. To love yourself and have confidence in yourself without question, unconditionally. All right. Justina Sina, so nice to see you. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for being a member and a moderator. Here we go. For you, Justine, I feel like you are really trying to find your juice, your creative juice, to move yourself forward. And you can be a little scattered. And in that scattering, you feel like you lose the thread. And when you lose the thread, you feel like you're not moving forward. And then you get frustrated. And then you feel more scattered. And it becomes a vicious cycle, or like a snowball getting bigger and bigger. I think the thing you have to do is be patient, keep working on it, and just breathe and recognize your skill and your talent and know that it is coming together, and it will come together in the right time. All right, Chara Saddlemeyer, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. And thanks for using members only emojis. Yes. Barrett Army, nice to see you. Yes, SSDD, thanks for being helpful. All right. Okay, Chara, so nice to see you. What does the universe want you to know? And that's the thing. With a general reading, and people are like, well, you need a question. The general reading always asks that question. What does the universe want me to know? That is the question always asked by a general reading. Right? There it is, right there. All right, so very good. Chara, there is so much motion, endings and new beginnings, but it's all leading you to this new normal that you're working to create for yourself, to this next chapter. And there are some things you know about this next chapter and some things you do not know about this next chapter. And that scares you. The not knowing scares you. It's okay. We are often scared with the not knowing. But here's the thing. You can only know what you can know at this time. You have to trust the journey. You have to trust the process. And you have to know it will lead you to where you need to be. Just trust it. You're doing a good job. All right. Aria Wilson, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for the very, very generous super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Amy Foreman, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member here, and thanks for using members only emojis. So glad you're here. Here we go. All right, Amy. Amy, you have been working so hard to create and build stability for you and your family. Working to make that happen. And there's been some feeling that everyone's on the same page. They really are. But not everyone is working as hard as you are to move in the same direction at the same time, and that becomes frustrating. Breathe and recognize everyone is doing the best they can with what they have right now, and you will get to where you need to go as quickly as possible, and it's going to be worth it. All right. Oh, Horse Van Dunn, thank you for that feedback. Appreciate it. All right. The next request, excuse me, the next request I see is Betty Flesher. Betty, thank you so much for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here's what we got for you. Betty, I feel like you're dealing with some real sorrow, and I don't know if this is sorrows that, have kind of been here for you, or if it's something new. But I promise you, what did Bob Dylan say? With every pleasure, there's an ounce of pain, right? And it goes the other way. With every pain, there's an ounce of pleasure. Look at how we have these 2 3s here. Here's what's not working. Here's what is working. I feel like whatever is hurtful, whatever is upsetting, you have to have space for that. But on the other hand, have space for the things that are growing and opening and the things that are there and will serve you. Make space for all of those things, even though they feel contradictory. At the end of the day, they're not. And thank you for the opportunity to quote Bob Dylan. All right. D9. D9. There are some ways you are feeling things are not going your way and you're not winning. You're not getting what you want. And that is difficult, but hang in there because you will. Don't quit now. Don't quit now. If you quit the race now, you'll definitely not win. If you keep on going, you will win. Okay. Lit, thanks for being here. Here is a general reading for you. So, excuse me, do not ruminate, Lit, on the effed up actions of others. Walk away, brush it off, move on, allow yourself to heal, know that you are loved and have good people around you, and know that you're straight with yourself. You are good in and of yourself. You are wise, you are strong, you are balanced, you are everything you need to be. Don't let other people piss in your Cheerios. All right. Justina Sina, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Teresa C., thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here we go. Here we go. Teresa C. You are moving forward, and it is not easy. It is not an easy journey. You are moving forward. You are going to get to your destination, and you're going to be happy with it. So no matter how hard the journey is, you keep going. You are smart enough. You're getting there quick enough. You've got this, even on days when you think you don't. Rosie Telser, so nice to see you. You're having a difficult time. I'm so sorry. Here is a reading for you. Oh, D9, that's what it is. You're looking for work. Yeah, keep going. You'll get it. You'll get it. And thank you all for the feedback. I always read it. I don't always read it aloud, but I do see it. And I do appreciate it. Okay, Rosie. Rosie. I feel like, yes, there is a lot of difficulty here, and it compounds on itself. And it's hard for you to figure out what you need to do, or, what can you do to make it better? That's really the question. and what you can do to make it better, I think there may be some things where you have to get help from professionals. Like if you're not well, you need to see a doctor. If you have legal issues, you need to see an attorney. If you have spiritual questions, you need to see someone who offers those. So get the right advice from the right people. That will help move you forward. Because I think in your head, you're telling yourself a lot of things that you think are true that are not true, and that's making it worse. Okay, Pamela Lath, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is a reading for you. And again, thank you all for the feedback. So appreciated. Okay, Pamela Lath. So whatever difficult thing is going on in your job, it's going to get better. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is, but I know there's a problem or a problem coming. You might not see it yet, but when you see it, if you see it now, when you see it later, just know that you just got to breathe and rock through it, and it will get better on its own. Some problems do not require us to fix them. Some problems will just roll around the way they need to. And that may be true in some other areas in your life. I'm not saying you shouldn't be proactive, but it's your nature to be proactive. And so when you see a problem, personally or professionally, wait a beat before you jump in to fix it and see, is this one of these times where it's just going to fix itself? All right. Lydia, so nice to see you. A general reading for you. And you specifically asked on relationship, which sort of makes it not general. So we'll see what comes up. If relationship stuff comes up, we'll talk about it. Whatever comes up is what we're going to talk about. So the thing, and you can interpret this in terms of relationship if you like, or just life in general. But the thing is, right now, I can tell you you're not getting what you need. And, the key right now, the most important relationship for you right now is your relationship with yourself. You need to recognize your creativity, your intelligence, your ability to grow, your ability to learn. You need to recognize all of those things. And if you're in a relationship that does not recognize those things, it's the wrong relationship. You need someone that helps you to see yourself in the best possible light. There have been a lot of difficulties and some things that you've just been sort of waiting to get better. And I think what you have to do is focus on yourself. That's really the key. Not in a selfish way, but in a personal growth way, and that will get you to where you need to be. Paula B, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I am happy to do a reading for you. And you've asked specifically for a reading from the ancestors. Again, what we're doing today is sort of this general reading. So if the ancestors come through, we'll see what they have to say. We're just going to see what comes up. All right, here we go. So there's a lot of ways, my friend, that you are feeling stuck, that you're not feeling in your energy, that you're not feeling in your power, and you're trying to be at peace with it. But the question is, what's taking peace and power from you? What's making you feel stuck? And the answer is, it's some long-standing stuff within your family that you're just going to have to be patient with, because you can't fix it. And it makes you sad and it makes you upset. But I feel like it's on its way to being fixed and it's going to be fine. And there's nothing here that reflects on you. It's the people around you, the people that are closest to you that are going through their own stuff, and they'll go through it and they'll get through it and they'll be fine. And I feel like you just need to breathe and let it all happen, and it'll all work out fine. Seriously. Relax. I think that's the lesson. Hey, Sarah, nice to see you. Yeah, this is the first time we're doing Tuesdays. And for people who are just joining us, if you don't mind hanging out, I take the requests in the order in which I see them. And so I'm here for the duration. So if you don't mind waiting. So I am wondering, did I miss Martha Vink and Pamela's insight? I have a feeling that I did. I just don't remember doing those two, and I'm already down on the list. So, Martha, I'm coming back. Martha Vink and Pamela's insight, and Mitzi Trainer. I feel like I missed the three of you. So I'm coming back and doing you now in that order. And I apologize. Okay, Martha Vink. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Martha, you're only as stuck as you think you are. Really. And things are going to start moving in your direction a little bit more. The seeds that you are planting will grow. I really feel like you are getting traction, but there's so much, like, you feel so much, and there's so much that bugs you and upsets you and hurts you because some people suck. And that's a hard thing. But the people that suck are the people who need you the most. The people that suck are the people that need you to show them love, even when they're not showing you love. I know, but that's the truth. All right. Does anyone want to talk to me now after that one? Pamela's insight. Here we go. Thanks for being a moderator here. Pamela. Man, you are turning it around. There has been so much over the course of time that has been hurtful and difficult for you. But you are turning things around, and you need to see it and you need to know it. And you're going to feel it on some days more than on others. But it's there every day. I promise you that. Mitzi, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here we go, Mitzi. Mitzi, you know, the key is, I feel like you're kind of busy. You got a lot going on. And there may be some people in your life that you're worried about or maybe a little bit upset with. The key for you is ask for what you need. Do it in a loving and kind way. Whether it's asking it of the universe or of individuals or even of yourself, ask for what you need. Sarah, I really enjoy this format. I like watching how you pull the cards and seeing how you have a conversation with the cards and what messages you get from the combinations you pull. Yeah, it's a good way to teach. You know, yeah, absolutely. I like this format too, for sure. All right. All right. Hey. So Arlette, nice to see you. You're next up. Yeah, this is the first one. First live on a Tuesday. By popular demand, here we are. So the weekly schedule now, Tuesday at noon, Thursday at noon, Friday at noon, Saturday at noon 30, and Monday at 9:30 a.m. This Thursday, obviously, I'm not going to be live, but I will put a video up that will go live at noon, so you'll have that. All right. And the schedule does change sometimes, but I try to adhere to it as much as possible. All right, Arlette, what you need to know right now is that it's going to take time to do what you need to do, and that not only is it a physical process, it's an emotional process, it's a spiritual process, and you're going to have to dig through a lot of things that have hurt you in the past. Make sure you have the right support team to help you with that. All right, Chris. Chris, I think you're thinking about what comes next. What comes next work-wise, what comes next in terms of geography. I think in a lot of ways you're thinking about what's going to come next. And there's some things that you can know about that. There's some things that you can't know about that. I got nothing to tell you about it yet, except to know that wherever you land next, it's going to mean improvement. And I think you have some anxiety about how it won't be, about how things will be worse, not better. But I think things are always turning in the right direction here. And it would be good for you to trust that. All right. Laura S., so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here we go. I feel like I haven't seen you in a million years. Glad you're here. Okay, Kanchan Verma, I haven't gotten to you yet. If you don't mind waiting, I try to take these in the order that I see them. And right now I'm on Laura S. Laura S. Laura, you know, there's some things you're missing in your life. Things that you don't have, and I'm not talking about like a fur coat. You know, I think it's more three-dimensional than that. But aspects of life that you would like to have that you don't have, and it's starting to bug you. And you're starting to wonder, when will it be my turn to have these things? And the answer is, do not feel anxious about it. The energy will move. Things will change. Things will change. The energy will move, and you will have your opportunities. So just be open to opportunities. That's really the thing, Laura. Be patient, be open to opportunities, avoid anxiety. Aria Wilson, I want to thank you so much for your very, very generous super chat. Really, really appreciate that so much. And here's your reading, Aria Wilson. So, you know, you are really good at taking care of others and doing for others. And I think that you are, first and foremost, a very sensitive person, a very emotional person. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. I feel like there are people in your life, both from the past and now, that you really worry about, that you really feel like they're not getting where they need to be. And that frustrates you and that upsets you. And what I have to tell you is you do a lot for others. But at the end of the day, what's the old expression? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. At the end of the day, people are going to do what they're going to do. And some of them will make choices you agree with, and some of them will make choices that you don't agree with. Some of them will make choices that help them. Some of them will make choices that do not help them. And then you'll have to figure out how much you want to help pick up the pieces for them. And that's hard, but that's the process. It's okay to have boundaries. And it's okay, even with people that you've helped a lot in the past, to say, you know, I've done as much as I can do. That's okay too. In the best version of the world for you, you would be able to do everything to help everybody. And that's your spirit, and it's a beautiful thing. But, you know, pray for the people that you care about. And sometimes that's the best you can do. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to say this too. Some of the people that you worry about right now will ultimately get it together. All right. Hope that's helpful. Maya Turner, you're the person I see next. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Maya, communication. The thing that you really need to work on, and I'm not saying you're not a good communicator, But there are people around you who are not great communicators, which means you need to work double time, double hard to make sure the communication flows appropriately. And don't get frustrated with it. Just do the work to make sure it flows. Why is it always you doing the work? It doesn't matter. Just do it. Seriously. And then things will flow and it will be better. All right. Jenny, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a general reading for you. Jenny. Jenny, I am wondering about a job change for you. I don't know what exactly that looks like, and don't quit your job based on what I'm saying. But I feel like there's going to be some change. Maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's a raise, maybe it's a whole new job. But I feel like there's something coming there that's really going to be good for you and really going to help you. So be on the lookout for changes in terms of what you do day to day. Be on the lookout for changes in terms of what brings you the resources you need. Julie Rogan, thank you for being a member. Thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Here is a card or 2 or 3 or 4 for you. Oh, Jenny, see, that makes sense. You're unemployed now, so that's great news. There you go. It's coming. It's coming. And there you see the power of the general reading. Did I read about anyone else's job? Not particularly. But that was what came up for her. So if you trust yourself to just read what comes up in the cards and what you feel for the person, it'll work without people having to ask questions. It's an interesting thing, right? All right. Julie Rogan. Here's what we see for you. There is so much here about healing from the past. Things that have hurt you in the past, going all the way back to childhood until even very recently. You've made peace with a lot of things, but you haven't done the full healing. We need peace, but we also need release. And that rhymes, peace and release, peace and release. You got the peace part pretty much, but now we need the release. So work on full and total healing from the many injustices that have been done to you by people who didn't know better and people who had their own issues. Allow yourself after that to feel young and creative and vital more than you have in a while. Leslie Jones, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a reading for you, Leslie Jones. Leslie, there is so much that you are going through and have been going through. It feels overwhelming. But you are moving in the right direction. You are moving toward the things that you want. You are moving toward balance. You are moving toward love. It's been a hell of a journey and continues to be. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you that. Baby Cakes, so nice to see you. Lions and tigers. Or is that leopards? Lions and leopards, perhaps. Here we go. A general reading for you. Baby Cakes. There are so many ways that you feel stuck. And what you don't realize is day by day, a little bit at a time, you are moving toward greater stability. The big deal here is, finding the career, the vocation, the job that you really love, that you really uses your skills, that pays you what you're worth. I don't feel like you have that right now. And I don't feel like you feel prospects for that right now, but I feel like it's coming. And so wherever you're at now, expect real improvement that gives you stability and joy at the same time. Shockers, but there it is. All right. Ashley, here's what we see for you. All right, Ashley. Ashley, look at that. There needs to be change and there needs to be motion in your life, and it's not coming. You have to create it. What do you do to create change and motion without like blowing your life up? Think about what you really want. Think about what really matters to you. Don't be afraid to do that. And then think about what you have to do to go get it. I think you've been spending too much time worrying about what you think is possible or what you think other people want. Let's switch that up. Think about what you want and then make the changes you need to get it, for sure. All right, Barrett Ermy, looking forward to seeing you at StarCon in January. Here is a card for you. Actually, maybe more than a card. Barrett, it has been a long, hard climb in so many ways. But don't you think that there are ways where you can look at yourself now and say, I have arrived. I have arrived into the life I've hoped I would have. I have arrived, I have learned, I have grown, and I am building my empire. Don't you see that? I see that for you. And I really want you to see that for yourself. That doesn't mean that the journey is going to get easier. Once you build your empire, you have to maintain it. But you have what you need to make that happen, so trust it. Justine, thank you for that feedback. That's great. Okay, Sheila Selby, nice to see you. Thanks for being here today. Okay, Sheila Selby. There is a lot here about the need to heal, whether that is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. There's a certain amount of grief here that is difficult. The way to heal for you, I think, yes, it takes time, but I think there's something here about developing your own inner strength. And there is also something about releasing the need to do everything perfectly and releasing the idea that everything should be perfect. I feel like your healing comes in many ways from acceptance. Accepting the difficult things that have happened. Accepting the things in life that you don't prefer. But also accepting yourself 100% with unconditional love. These are the things that seem important right now. All right, and thank you all for the feedback. I'm constantly having the communications discussion with my husband because he's horrible at it, right? And I think there's ways you can shift that energy, and it's not even conversations about communication, it's how you communicate with him to get him to feed back to you. Since he is horrible at it, you have to be double good at it. Sad but true. Okay, he's worth it. It's okay. All right. The Cartomancer magazine. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And everyone, I hope if you love tarot that you have a subscription to the Cartomancer. I hope, because it sure is worth it. Okay, here is a general message for you. The Cartomancer magazine. Big changes that will bring you in a whole new direction, that will help you so much. There's been a lot going on, and it has taken a lot of energy and has really not been that fun. But you are on the right path because things are really going to open up, and you will find easier, better, new ways of doing things and new opportunities for real growth. So you hang in there and you keep going. and weight the things you're working towards, the things you're hoping for, new technologies, new techniques, new ways of doing things. It's going to work. All right. Okay, so I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. Kachan Verma, I hope I got that right. Here is a reading for you. So, you do have good friends around you. I think there are ways where you feel like all alone in the world and you feel like things aren't going well for you, but you do have good people around you. There's so much here that suggests that you have been confused and distracted. Whatever it is that is confusing you and distracting you, let it go. Let it go. Focus on your goal, focus on what you need to do, and know that the people who are there for you, your friends, will support you. And the people who don't aren't your friends, so let them go. All right, Sarah, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Here we go. Here's a reading for you. Sarah. You know, there's something missing. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. But there's something missing. I almost feel like you're not having enough fun. Like you need to do something that is really fun. That a lot of what you've been doing recently has felt obligatory. And it's necessary. It's necessary to do what you're doing. And again, everything is fine, but it's not feeling complete. So Sarah, you need to think about what you need to do. Maybe it's spiritual, maybe it's social, maybe it's creative. You need to find the time and the energy to do for you what's going to make you feel better. That's the important thing. Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Kachan. I think that's exactly what you need to do. I agree. Okay, Harry S. You use light seers too for new moon readings. Perfect. Here is a reading for you, Harry S. So, there's some things going on here that are not the way you would prefer them to be. And I feel like you're feeling kind of defensive. You're running, I swear, you're like a hamster in a wheel right now and not getting to where you want to go. Some of that is because there is some healing that is required. Some of that is because you have a hard time visualizing your own success. And I think this has to do with some old stuff. I think you've got childhood issues. I mean, who doesn't? We all do. But right now, I think you have childhood issues that make you feel like you are not able to get to where you want to go. Do that deep inner child healing, and you will find you absolutely do get to where you need to go. Okay. Let's make sure I get everyone. Just going through, making sure. Okay, Morgana the Great. Nice to see you. Morgana. Morgana. We got all kinds of questions about love relationships here. And I want to say maybe this is something from the past that didn't work out that you're still sad about. Maybe there's something going on right now that isn't working the way you want. You have to get solid and balanced and confident within yourself first. And then you will be able to sort out your love life in a way that really works. Heal from the past, get confident in your own core, and then address those issues. In the country, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You're not too late at all. Here we go. In the country, I feel like there are things going on in your life that are making you feel maybe lonely or feeling like you don't have what you need or feeling unsatisfied. And there may be a need to seek some counsel from someone who can help you fix some of these things. There may be some real things going on that need to be fixed. It may be a physical thing, it may be a financial thing, it may be a home thing, it may be something within you. And so find what you need. That's the thing in the country. Find what you need and have real hope and real faith that you can get everything going the way you want it to be. Recognize, too, your own spiritual power. You have a huge amount of spiritual wisdom. I don't know if that helps you balance your bank account, but you have a lot of spiritual wisdom, so do trust that. All right. Okay. Well, St. Thomas will probably fix that for you, Sarah, for sure. Okay. Well, in a way, yes, in a way, no. I mean, that's going to be great, but I think you need something in your regular life, too. All right. Morgana, general reading for the boyfriend. And that's interesting because I saw some issues in the relationship, or at least issues with you in your own relationship with yourself, Morgana. So let's see what we see for the boyfriend. So, boyfriend, you know, you are a kind and generous person, but you are also at war with yourself. And while you are at war with yourself, you're not able to show up for yourself or show up for the people around you. So you have to fix that. So what I see for both of you, the two of you, is you each have your own inner stuff you need to work on so that you can show up better for each other. Hey, Adricha, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So you ask for a love message. We're doing general readings. So if love comes up, that's what it will be about. If something else comes up, that's what it will be about. Let's see what it will be about. Let's see. Well, so the love reading is, I feel like you don't have the right person around you, but I feel like you will very, very soon. I think you have a hard time trusting that. You have a hard time believing that you'll find the right thing, but I promise you will. How about that? All right. My friends, from my perspective, I've come to the end of the list. If I accidentally missed you, please reiterate your request. It's last call for readings, y'all. I appreciate you. I think we can say that the Tuesday Tarot, your Tuesday Tarot is a success, and so we'll be doing this on Tuesdays from now on. I want to thank you all so much. For my friends in the U.S., I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I'll be back live on Friday, and I will put up a video for you for noon on Thursday. Thank you all very much. Take good care.